If you're a conscientious student who thrives on careful planning, thorough research, and making informed decisions, this video is your compass to navigating the complex world of college majors. Forget the impulsive follow your bliss advice. We know you're looking for a more strategic approach. We're about to unveil the top 10 college majors that are a perfect fit for your methodical mind and your desire for a secure and prosperous future. These aren't just any majors. They're the ones that value and reward your meticulous nature, your ability to analyze risk, and your knack for making sound judgments. Imagine a career where your attention to detail isn't just a bonus, but a core requirement. Where your ability to assess potential pitfalls and weigh options isn't just helpful, it's essential. And where your prudent decision-making isn't just appreciated, it's handsomely rewarded. These majors aren't about gambling on a fleeting passion. They're about investing in a solid foundation for a fulfilling and financially rewarding career. We're talking about fields where your methodical approach and risk-averse nature will be your greatest assets, opening doors to opportunities that align with your values and aspirations. So, if you're ready to ditch the guesswork and embark on a journey toward a stable, lucrative, and intellectually stimulating career, buckle up. We're about to explore the top 10 college majors that are tailor-made for the wise, the careful, and the ambitious. Let's dive in and discover the paths that lead to both personal satisfaction and financial success. Top 10, where security meets success. Okay, let's get into majors. With a proven track record of good pay, opportunities, and a chance of actually enjoying the work. Petroleum engineering. First up, we've got petroleum engineering. Now, don't let the name fool you. It's not just about oil tycoons in Texas or drilling in the Middle East. While those are certainly options, petroleum engineering is actually about designing the systems that safely and efficiently extract oil and gas resources from the earth. And that's not all. This field is also at the forefront of developing technologies for renewable energy sources like geothermal power. Think about the engineers working on innovative solutions for extracting geothermal energy in Iceland, or those developing cutting-edge drilling techniques for offshore wind farms in the North Sea. So, where can you put your petroleum engineering degree to work? Oil companies like Saudi Aramco, ExxonMobil, or Petrokina are obvious choices, but there are plenty of other options too. You could join engineering firms like Schlumberger or Baker Hughes, which operate globally and provide specialized services to the oil and gas industry. You could even work for environmental consulting firms like Ecom or ERM, helping to ensure that resource extraction is done in a sustainable and responsible manner. And for those with a passion for public service, government agencies like the Environmental Protection Agency (EPA) or the Department of Energy offer exciting opportunities to shape energy policy and regulations. Now, let's talk about the money. Petroleum engineering consistently ranks among the highest paid majors out there. We're talking about starting salaries that can rival those of doctors and lawyers. But remember, this field is tied to the price of oil, which can be volatile. So, it's not always a smooth ride, but for those who are willing to embrace the ups and downs, the financial rewards can be significant. If you're a problem solver who loves a mix of hands-on work and data analysis, and you're not afraid to get your hands dirty literally, then petroleum engineering might be a great fit for you. But be prepared to potentially relocate, as oil and gas resources are often found in remote locations like the deserts of Saudi Arabia, the offshore platforms of the Gulf of Mexico, or the oil sands of Canada. The skills you'll develop as a petroleum engineer are in high demand. You'll gain a deep understanding of complex geological formations, environmental regulations, and risk assessment. You'll learn how to design efficient and sustainable systems for extracting resources. And you'll develop the ability to manage large-scale projects with multiple stakeholders. These skills are transferable to other industries as well, like renewable energy or environmental engineering. 2. Pharmacy. Next up, let's explore the fascinating world of pharmacy. Now, this isn't just about counting pills and filling prescriptions. Pharmacists play a crucial role in our healthcare system, ensuring that patients receive the right medications. Understanding how different drugs interact, counseling patients on their medications, and even conducting research to develop new drugs. Think about the pharmacists who work in hospitals like the Mayo Clinic or Johns Hopkins, collaborating with doctors and nurses to provide the best possible care for patients. Or the pharmacists who work in community pharmacies like Walgreens or Boots, serving as trusted advisors to their patients and helping them manage their health conditions. And let's not forget the pharmacists who work in research labs at pharmaceutical companies like Pfizer, Novartis, or AstraZeneca, developing groundbreaking new treatments for diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, and HIV or AIDS. Now, you might be wondering about the earning potential. While pharmacists might not be raking in the millions like oil tycoons, they do earn a comfortable middle-class income. And the best part, pharmacy is a recession-proof profession. People will always need their medications, so pharmacists are always in demand, no matter what the economy is doing. If you're a detail-oriented person with a passion for science and helping others, then pharmacy could be a great fit for you. You will need to be a good communicator, as you'll be explaining complex medical information to patients and their families. And you'll need to enjoy working with people, as you'll be interacting with patients from all walks of life. Think of pharmacists like Hubert Humphrey, the former US vice president who started his career as a pharmacist. Or Jocelyn Elders, the first African-American woman to serve as a surgeon general. Their stories demonstrate the impact pharmacists can have on their communities and the world. The skills you'll develop as a pharmacist are invaluable. You'll gain a deep understanding of medications and their effects on the human body, develop expertise in patient counseling and education, and learn how to analyze data for research purposes. You'll also become familiar with the complex world of healthcare regulations and policies. 3. Mathematics and computer science. All right, ambitious friends, let's turn our attention to two majors that are, like peanut butter and jelly, a perfect combination for a fulfilling and lucrative career. One is all about logic and problem solving, while the other takes you to the skies and beyond. First up, we have the dynamic duo of mathematics and computer science. This combo is seriously hot right now. Think about it, the world is swimming in data, and these are the skills needed to make sense of it all. From analyzing financial trends to predicting consumer behavior, to developing cutting-edge artificial intelligence, the possibilities are endless. You could be working at tech giants like Google or Microsoft, crunching numbers for financial institutions like Goldman Sachs or Barclays, or even revolutionizing healthcare with data-driven insights at companies like Philips or Siemens, Healthineers. And let's not forget about the money. Starting salaries for graduates with a double major in mathematics and computer science are already impressive, and if you're truly talented, the sky's the limit. Imagine landing a coveted position at a hot startup like ByteDance in China, Coupang in South Korea, or Revolut in the UK, where you could not only earn a competitive salary but also potentially score some lucrative stock options. If you're a natural-born puzzle solver who enjoys tackling abstract concepts and turning them into practical solutions, this major could be your perfect match. But remember, it's not just about raw brain power. You'll also need strong communication skills to explain complex technical concepts to non-technical folks, like those marketing gurus or business executives. The skills you'll develop in this major are in high demand across various industries. You'll become a master problem solver, a lifelong learner who can keep up with the ever-changing world of technology. And you'll even have the opportunity to specialize in areas like artificial intelligence, machine learning, or even game design. Aerospace engineering. Now, let's soar to new heights with aerospace engineering. If you've ever dreamed of designing airplanes that can fly faster than the speed of sound, building rockets that can reach distant planets, or creating the next Mars rover, then this is the major for you. Imagine working for aerospace giants like Boeing in the US, Airbus in Europe, or Embraer in Brazil, where you could contribute to the development of cutting-edge aircraft technologies. Or perhaps you're more interested in space exploration. You could work for government agencies like NASA or the European Space Agency (ESA), or join private space companies like SpaceX or Blue Origin. And with the rise of drone technology, there are exciting opportunities emerging in the field of unmanned aerial vehicles (UAVs). Think about those drone companies in China like DJI, or those developing delivery drones in the US and Europe. Aerospace engineering is a challenging but rewarding field. Salaries for aerospace engineers are generally solid and stable. But if you're involved in major projects, like designing a new fighter jet for Lockheed Martin or a lunar lander for NASA, your earning potential could skyrocket. If you're a meticulous and detail-oriented person with a fascination for flight and a love for both theoretical concepts and hands-on work, then aerospace engineering could be your calling. But be prepared to work under pressure and tackle complex challenges. After all, when you're dealing with things that fly or orbit the Earth, the stakes are high. As an aerospace engineer, you'll develop a deep understanding of complex physics, materials science, and engineering principles. You'll learn how to design and build structures that can withstand extreme forces, develop propulsion systems that can propel spacecraft to distant planets, and create control systems that ensure safe and efficient flight. You'll also gain experience working in large collaborative teams, as most aerospace projects involve multiple disciplines and require the expertise of engineers, scientists, and technicians from around the world. Chemical engineering. All right, future innovators, let's dive into two more exciting majors that are not only fascinating, but also lead to high-demand careers with amazing potential for growth and impact. First up, we've got chemical engineering. Now, don't let the name scare you away. It's not just about lab coats and beakers. Chemical engineering is all about using your knowledge of chemistry, physics, and engineering to create innovative solutions to real-world problems. Imagine transforming raw materials into life-saving medications like those developed by AstraZeneca in the UK, Novo Nordisk in Denmark, or Sun Pharmaceutical Industries in India. Or developing sustainable materials, like biodegradable plastics, that reduce our environmental impact. You could even be working on groundbreaking technologies like carbon capture and storage to combat climate change. So, where can a chemical engineering degree take you? The possibilities are endless. You could work for chemical giants like BASF in Germany, Dow Chemical in the US, or Sinopec in China, developing new products and processes. You could join oil and gas companies like Shell, BP, or Saudi Aramco, working on everything from refining processes to pipeline design. Or you could venture into the world of manufacturing, food processing, or even environmental consulting, helping companies reduce their carbon footprint and operate more sustainably. The world is your oyster. And let's not forget about the financial rewards. Chemical engineers consistently rank among the highest earners in the engineering field. With experience and specialization, you can easily climb the ladder and reach six-figure salaries. Think about those chemical engineers who develop new processes to produce clean energy, or those who create innovative materials for industries like aerospace or healthcare. They are in high demand and well compensated for their expertise. If you're a natural problem solver who loves seeing the tangible results of your work, then chemical engineering might be your calling. You'll need to be comfortable working in both lab settings and industrial environments. And you will need to have a passion for applying scientific principles to practical challenges. And remember, this field is all about safety and responsibility, so you'll need to be meticulous and detail-oriented to ensure that your processes are safe and compliant with regulations. 6. Electrical engineering. Next up, let's explore the electrifying world of electrical engineering. Now, this is a field that truly powers our modern world. From the tiny circuits in your smartphone to the vast power grids that light up entire cities, electrical engineers are the masterminds behind it all. They design, build, and test the electrical systems that make our lives easier, safer, and more connected. Imagine working for tech giants like Samsung in South Korea, Siemens in Germany, or Panasonic in Japan, designing the next generation of smart devices, electric vehicles, or renewable energy systems. Or perhaps you're more interested in the power industry. You could work for utilities like EDF in France, State Grid Corporation of China, or Enel in Italy, ensuring that electricity flows reliably to homes and businesses. And for those with a passion for national security, there are exciting opportunities in the defense industry. Developing radar systems, communication networks, and even electronic warfare technologies. Electrical engineering is a broad and diverse field, with plenty of opportunities for specialization. You could focus on power systems, electronics, telecommunications, control systems, or even the emerging field of biomedical engineering. The choice is yours, and the good news is, electrical engineers are in high demand, and salaries are typically strong and stable. If you specialize in a high-growth area like renewable energy, your earning potential could be even higher. Think about those electrical engineers who are designing and installing solar panels and wind turbines across the globe, or those who are developing the next generation of energy storage solutions to power our homes and businesses. If you're curious about how things work, love tinkering with electronics, and want to see your designs come to life in the real world, then electrical engineering could be the perfect path for you. You'll need to be comfortable with both theoretical concepts and hands-on work. And you'll need to have a passion for problem solving and innovation. As an electrical engineer, you'll develop a deep understanding of circuits, power systems, and electronic components. You'll become a troubleshooting expert, able to diagnose and fix problems quickly and efficiently. You'll also learn how to program embedded systems, the brains behind many modern devices. And you will gain experience managing complex projects with multiple stakeholders. Marine engineering aka naval architecture, depending on the program. First up, we're setting sail with marine engineering. Now, don't let the name fool you. This field isn't just about designing ships and boats that float. It's about engineering complex vessels and structures that can withstand the harsh conditions of the ocean. We're talking about designing massive cargo ships that transport goods across the globe, like those built by Hyundai Heavy Industries in South Korea or Mitsubishi Heavy Industries in Japan. It's about creating sleek and powerful submarines that explore the depths of the ocean, like those built by ThyssenKrupp in Germany or Naval Group in France. And it's even about designing offshore oil rigs and platforms that can extract valuable resources from the ocean floor. So, where can a marine engineering degree take you? The possibilities are as vast as the ocean itself. You could work for shipbuilding companies like Daewoo Shipbuilding and Marine Engineering in South Korea, Fincantieri in Italy, or buy systems in the UK, where you could contribute to the design and construction of cutting-edge vessels. You could join the naval forces of your country, designing and maintaining warships and submarines. You could even work for oil and gas companies like Shell, BP, or Petrobras, helping to design and operate offshore drilling platforms. And for those with a sense of adventure, there's always the exciting field of marine salvage, where you could be part of a team that recovers shipwrecks and sunken treasures. And what about the financial rewards? Marine engineering is a lucrative field, with average salaries well above the national average. And if you're involved in major projects, like designing a luxury cruise ship for a company like Royal Caribbean or Carnival Cruise Line, or developing a new type of offshore wind turbine, your earning potential could skyrocket. If you're a spatial thinker who loves solving complex problems on a grand scale, and you enjoy both the technical and hands-on aspects of engineering, then marine engineering could be your perfect match. But be prepared to work in a variety of environments, from design offices to shipyards to offshore platforms. You'll need a strong understanding of hydrodynamics, the study of how fluids behave, as well as structural design and materials science to create vessels that can withstand the harsh marine environment. Statistics. Now, let's dive into the world of statistics. This isn't just about number crunching or memorizing formulas. Statistics is the art and science of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data to gain valuable insights and make informed decisions. It's a field that underpins so much of our modern world, from healthcare and finance to marketing and government. Think about the statisticians who are developing models to predict the spread of infectious diseases, like those at the World Health Organization or the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. They're also the ones who analyze financial data to identify investment opportunities for banks like JP Morgan Chase, SHBC, or ICBC. And they're the brains behind those targeted ads that seem to know exactly what you're interested in on platforms like Facebook, Google, or Baidu. The job market for statisticians is booming, with demand outstripping supply in many parts of the world. You can find statisticians working in a variety of industries, from tech companies like Google, Amazon, and Alibaba to pharmaceutical companies like Pfizer, Novartis, and Roche. You could even work for government agencies like the National Bureau of Statistics or the Office for National Statistics in the UK, where you could contribute to important policy decisions based on data-driven insights. And the earning potential for statisticians is impressive. With experience and expertise, you can command a high salary, especially if you specialize in a niche area like biostatistics, financial statistics, or machine learning. Think about those data scientists who are developing algorithms to predict customer behavior for e-commerce giants like Amazon or Alibaba, or those who are using statistical models to identify patterns in financial markets for hedge funds and investment firms. If you're a curious and analytical person who enjoys uncovering patterns in data and communicating your findings clearly, then statistics could be the perfect major for you. You'll need to be comfortable with both math and computer programming, as you'll be using statistical software like R or Python to analyze and visualize data. But you'll also need to be able to communicate your findings effectively, translating complex statistical concepts into actionable insights for decision makers. The skills you'll develop as a statistician are highly transferable and in high demand across various industries. You'll learn how to design and conduct surveys and experiments, analyze data using various statistical methods, build predictive models, and communicate your findings clearly and concisely. And with the increasing importance of data in our world, your skills will only become more valuable in the years to come. 9. Nuclear engineering. First up, we're entering the fascinating world of nuclear engineering. This is not your average engineering field, folks. Nuclear engineers are the masterminds behind the design, operation, and maintenance of nuclear power plants and other applications of nuclear technology. We're talking about generating clean energy to power entire cities. Like the nuclear power plants operated by Électricité France EDF in France, Rosatom in Russia, or the Korea Hydro and Nuclear Power Co. Camp in South Korea. It's also about developing medical imaging technologies that can save lives, like those used in hospitals around the world. And for those with a passion for national security, there are opportunities in the military and defense sectors, working on nuclear propulsion systems for submarines and aircraft carriers. But what does a typical day look like for a nuclear engineer? It's a mix of high-level problem solving, meticulous attention to detail, and a deep understanding of complex scientific principles. You could be designing a new reactor core for a next-generation nuclear power plant, developing safety protocols to prevent accidents, or overseeing the decommissioning of aging nuclear facilities. Now, let's talk about the career prospects. Nuclear engineering is a specialized field with a relatively small job market. However, the demand for skilled nuclear engineers is expected to grow as the world seeks cleaner and more sustainable energy sources. And the earning potential is impressive, with salaries that can rival or even surpass those of other engineering disciplines. Think of those nuclear engineers who oversee the operation of nuclear power plants like the Palo Verde Generating Station in the U.S., the Kashiwazaki Kariwa Nuclear Power Plant in Japan, or the Olkiluoto Nuclear Power Plant in Finland. Their expertise is highly valued, and their salaries reflect that. If you're a detail-oriented person with a passion for physics and a knack for problem-solving, then nuclear engineering could be a great fit for you. But be prepared to work in a highly regulated environment where safety is paramount. You will need to be meticulous in your work, always putting safety first. And you will need to be comfortable with complex regulations and procedures. The skills you'll develop as a nuclear engineer are in high demand. You will gain a deep understanding of nuclear physics, radiation safety, and reactor design. You'll learn how to design complex systems, analyze data, and make critical decisions under pressure. And you'll develop the ability to work in a highly regulated environment, where even the smallest mistake can have significant consequences. 10. Genetics. Now, let's shift gears and explore the fascinating world of genetics. This is a field that's constantly making headlines, with groundbreaking discoveries that are revolutionizing medicine, agriculture, and even our understanding of human history. We're talking about unraveling the secrets of DNA, understanding how traits are passed down from generation to generation, and developing new treatments for genetic diseases. Think about the geneticists who are sequencing the DNA of ancient humans to piece together our evolutionary history, like those who worked on the Neanderthal Genome Project, or those who are developing gene therapies to treat diseases like sickle cell anemia or cystic fibrosis. And let's not forget the agricultural scientists who are using genetic engineering to create crops that are more resistant to pests and diseases, like the genetically modified corn and soybeans grown in many parts of the world. So, where can a degree in genetics take you? The possibilities are endless. You could work for biotech companies like Amgen, Biogen, or Genentech, developing new drugs and therapies. You could join research labs at universities like Harvard, Oxford, or the University of Tokyo, working on cutting-edge projects like gene editing or personalized medicine. You could even work for agricultural firms like Monsanto or Syngenta, developing new crop varieties to feed a growing population. And for those with a passion for solving crimes, there's always the exciting field of forensic genetics, where you could use DNA evidence to help catch criminals and solve cold cases. Genetics is a rapidly growing field, and the job market is expanding rapidly. Salaries for geneticists are already competitive, and As the demand for their skills continues to grow, so too will their earning potential. Think of those geneticists who are developing new cancer treatments, designing personalized medicine approaches, or creating genetically modified crops to feed the world. Their expertise is highly valued, and they are well compensated for their contributions to society. If you're fascinated by the building blocks of life, love solving puzzles, and are excited by the rapid pace of discovery in this field, then genetics could be the perfect major for you. But be prepared for a lot of lab work, meticulous attention to detail, and the need to stay up to date with the latest scientific advancements. The skills you'll develop as a geneticist are highly sought after. You'll master lab techniques like PCR polymerase chain reaction and DNA sequencing. Learn how to analyze massive amounts of genetic data using bioinformatics tools. Gain a deep understanding of genetic diseases and potential therapies. And develop strong scientific communication skills to share your findings with the world. Success is more than just getting in. Remember, getting accepted into a top university is just the first step. Thriving in a new environment and building a successful career requires a combination of hard work, resilience, and a strong support system. Look for universities that offer resources and support services specifically for international students, like mentorship programs, cultural clubs, and academic advising. These resources can help you navigate the challenges of studying abroad and ensure your success. Don't forget to explore scholarship opportunities. Many universities and organizations offer scholarships specifically for international students pursuing STEM fields like computer science, engineering, and mathematics. Competition for these scholarships can be fierce, but the financial support can be invaluable. And remember, your journey to success doesn't end with graduation. Building a strong network, seeking out mentorship opportunities, and continuously learning and growing are essential for a fulfilling and lucrative career. So, stay curious, stay connected, and never stop exploring the endless possibilities that await you in the world of technology. Alright, ambitious friends, choosing the right college major is a monumental decision. But it's one that can truly set the stage for a fulfilling and financially rewarding career. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. There are students and professionals all over the world facing similar choices and building incredible careers in the very fields we've explored today. From petroleum engineers extracting resources in the deserts of Saudi Arabia, to statisticians analyzing financial trends in Tokyo, the possibilities are endless. So, let's keep this momentum going and turn your dreams into reality. First, I want to hear from you. Which of these majors sparks your interest the most? Is it the problem-solving challenges of engineering, the data-driven insights of statistics, or the life-saving potential of pharmacy? Or perhaps there's another high-paying field you're curious about that we haven't explored yet. Share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Remember, we're a global community of ambitious individuals, all striving to make a difference in the world and create a brighter future for ourselves and our loved ones. Let's lift each other up, learn from each other's experiences, and build a world where everyone has the opportunity to do work they love and thrive financially. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of high-paying and fulfilling college majors. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more valuable content, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. Together, we can make smart career choices that lead to both personal satisfaction and financial security.